Hey, how's it going, gamer guys and gals? Figured I'd do a video. I haven't done one in a while. Well, I've done review videos, but haven't done any where I actually talk to you guys. And I wanted to do a video on, the life of a small-time reviewer here on YouTube and why I choose to do it. And I figure some of y'all might like to hear that and, how you get about doing it, in case you're ever interested in doing it yourself. I know my time is numbered. I have gamer fatigue sometimes. I'm trying to get back in the gym and, work out more and focus on stuff like that. But I'm still doing it because I love to do it. So, but I figured I'd share some stuff with you. I had a comment the other day. Somebody in my comment said, look at you out here grinding for, very little views, kind of taking shots. And I'm happy with my views. I have some videos that have close to 20,000 views, but I have some where I just average, 50 views. But I love the community. They always comment. I always respond to their comments. And I just love YouTube, period. There's a lot of content on here. I watch every day, like Asmongold. I always watch all of his videos, the Hodge Twins. Angry Video Game Nerd. That's someone that I've loved for years. That's someone that keeps me, on here. I love watching Reggie and Metal Jesus do their, pickup videos. I always have a good time watching those. Shoe on Head, I enjoy her vids. There's just lots of people that I enjoy their content. I enjoyed MXR before they left. I watch their stuff every day. So that's one reason I do it. I just love YouTube, period. I would do it if, I didn't have any views. Like that guy that said that to me, I went to his channel, and his top video had 3 views on it, and he had 10 subscribers. I'm thinking, maybe I wouldn't do it, if it was like that. But, of course, I didn't say nothing to him, because, if he loves doing it, he loves doing it. It doesn't matter who's turning in and, what people think. You do what you enjoy. And, yeah, that's why I do it. If you're ever interested in getting into it, what you do is, you just go to these publishers and developers and you talk to them, you ask them, hey, do you have any, review codes? A lot of these people are small too, they're looking to get their stuff out there, any way possible, and they'll help you. Some of them will hand them to you, but you also have sites like Terminals and Keymailer and Lurkit. These sites, Woovit, these sites will, if you get the followers, after a while, they will also hand you codes, through their site. But you have to have at least like 1,000 subs and stuff like that. But it doesn't take that long. If your stuff's entertaining, it took me long because I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of boring at this. But you'll get the people, especially if you're covering small games like this. I hear all the time people say, your review for this game, is the only review on YouTube for it. And that's fine with me. I'm proud by that. I love helping these little indie devs and publishers get their art out there. And I love, when someone finds a game on our channel and says, hey, we picked this game up because we saw it on your channel. I love that. That's good. I try to always be honest, but I'll be honest about something else. With these small time people, I have a different scale. You'll see videos on YouTube about why reviewers tend to give a lot of 7s. I'll be honest with you about it. I'll say something that they don't say. A lot of times, if you're too hard on these guys, they won't give you anything again. I'll say Airy. There's a game called Airy on my channel, and I bashed it. And those people won't even talk to me anymore. But if it's really, really bad, I'm going to be honest. If it's really bad, it's going to be 4 or under. If your game, I'm just tell you how my score works. If I have any fun at all with your game, it's getting at least a 6 because people put their time into that. Now we were talking about AAA games. If I cover a AAA game, more than likely I purchased it because I don't get many, but I do get some. But if those, I'm more honest about those when it comes to numbers. I don't. If you see a high AAA game for me, then it's a great game. But with these indie games, I tend to lean towards if it's playable and I have any fun at all, it's getting a 6 at least. If I enjoyed it a lot, if it's a good game, I think it's going to get that 7. You'll see a lot of 7s because a lot of these games are fun. You know, they're not just all about, you know, easy achievements. Some of them are actually fun. If you see me get 8, 9, 10, then I feel that it's a really great indie game and you should probably check it out. But if you see a 7 or 6, I think it's one it's worth the money that you're going to pay for it. If you see under a 6, it's usually not worth the money, to be honest. But I just wanted to be honest about that and why you see these scores. A lot of people stay around the same point because you can't afford to piss these people off a lot. You know, if it's deserving, I get it. If you know, there's been games that I've got from people, and some of these publishers and indie developers, they don't care if you give their game a bad score. They'll still work with you. You know, they'll try to change your mind with updates or, you know, on their next game. But some of these people will just completely cut you off and act like you don't even exist anymore. So I don't usually do that. I usually try to stay honest. But I see a lot of reviews on here. I'm like, that guy's worried about losing that publisher or that developer. So I just wanted to give you that honest opinion on that and why you see it, because I've seen a lot of reviews here lately about why games tend to average a 7 when it comes to reviews. But that's how it is with the little guys like me, I guess. The bigger guys, they may be able to, they probably don't lean that way. But I see a lot of 7s from them too. So maybe they do. Maybe they get something for it. I know we don't get nothing but, the actual game. Because I don't have enough views to get any revenue from here. I'm just doing it because I love doing it. I love the games, and I love, supporting any publishers and devs. I've got a lot of, games added to my library from them, but I've also made a lot of good relationships. A lot of these people, I still talk to all the time, and they put us on, like, you'll see one of their trailers for their games, and you'll see their name on there. That, that's an honor to see our name, pop up on stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. I just wanted to make a video like this because I hadn't talked to you guys in a while, and I feel like I never do stuff like this. I don't do it enough. I'm mostly all the time just pumping out review after review, like so many. Sometimes I'll pump out 4 or 5 a week. I've been slowing it down a little bit, like I said. I've been trying to stay in the gym and trying to be more active. I haven't really been playing as much, but I do make sure that my reviews are in on time because I still take honor in that. If someone trusts us with their art, I want to make sure that we get it out in time. And I like to get it out there before other people because it helps us get views. You got the first, review out there for it. You're going to get people looking when they go to purchase it in the store. Because, with the way prices are with games now, how they keep going up, you're not going to do as many blind buys as you used to. I don't think that's what these publishers and devs really understand. They're jacking up these prices, especially Xbox. Xbox is in 3rd place. I love Xbox, but you had a chance to, be the lower price on the totem pole for people to want to purchase your console. You had Game Pass already. Now, if you were the cheaper of the 3, that's a plus. I think they should have went with that. But like I'm saying, you paying this $80 for a game, you're not just going to grab any game. You're going to look and see what people have to say about it first. And I don't blame you. I'm not going to do it either. I collect Switch games, as you see on that back wall, but at $80 would be a lot less Switch games being added to that collection because I'm not dropping $80. I can't afford to, But yeah, I just wanted to say hi to you guys and tell you, why I do reviews, while we're here. How much I appreciate you guys. I try to respond anytime anybody says anything, even people that sometimes an asshole to me. I still try to reply. Sometimes I'm an asshole back, though. That's just how I am. But I wanted to reply and say thank you for all these years tuning in. I dropped a review the other day, and I looked, I was like, wow, it's already got 100 watchers. So, I appreciate it, man. It feels good when your work pays off. Sometimes it don't. Some games, people don't give a shit about. And, sometimes my work might not be that good either. I might not do a good review. It happens. We're all human. But I appreciate when you tune in and watch. I appreciate, the likes, the comments, the subs, all the stuff that helps us to keep getting stuff from publishers and developers. I want to say I appreciate the publishers and developers as well. They always share their stuff with us. They're always kind. I haven't had many problems with any of them. They're usually, you have a smart ass every once in a while, but you know that they're usually the kind of people that end up dropping you anyway, because you know they want their tiny game covered by huge YouTubers, and it's not going to happen. Most of those games people don't care about at all, and they should be lucky anybody's covering it. You know, but they want to aim high. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. 10-minute video. I didn't expect it to go this long, but yeah, I'm just grateful and thankful, and I love YouTube. You know, I don't agree with some of the censoring they do on some stuff, but I love YouTube. I've been here a while, and you know, my fan base is great. It's not huge. It's even hard to say fan base because it's not many people, but I love hearing from you guys though when I do, and I appreciate it. And hope to do this for a few more years, so keep tuning in. I do best I can, and like I always say, see you in those leaderboards.